Hello, Maurieo Vlogs, number 322, Taupo Ash. Hello, welcome. Well, last weekend I was out at the peat mine, and as I was looking around there with one of the operators, he pointed out to me that due to the weather and things like that, sometimes the areas that were mined, some areas were mined harder than others in the short term, and that generally they stopped when they got down to the taupo ash layer, and that there was various ages of peat across the mine. And he pointed to me, and you'll see in the video here, the first little bits of the video, where there's a grey ash-like substance, and it's just like cigarette ash. You can see a little bit of grey there just by my head and behind my shoulder there. And this ash, and you can actually we noticeably went down and picked it up, and as I said, it was very much just like cigarette ash, the same sort of grey colour. And it's this ash that was from the taupo eruption round about 186, one of the second biggest eruptions in recent times, the taupo eruption. So Lake Taupo, as you can see here, is at the centre of the North Island, and as I said, it erupted in 186 or the roundabout thereabout. So it's just a large volcano that's filled up with fresh water, and there's thoughts that some of the notes that were made in China and in Roman times about that time of the things in the atmosphere related to this eruption in Taupo some 1800 years ago. And we are plenty of evidence that around the Waikato, it put ash over a large 50 to 80 kilometres from there. So there's large deposits of ash from this eruption all around this area where I work. And this was the first time I've actually gone in and seen the ash exposed as a layer. Well, this particular ash, so I think there's many varieties of it. So the ground that I was working on there had been exposed, or was open to the air some 1800 years ago, and now as we mine down through the peat, we bring it up once again, and then when it's rehabilitated, there's another couple of thousand years, they may find my footprints in there, or something that I've dropped out of my car and left behind as a reminder for those in the future. So I found that very interesting, to be walking on ground that was some 1800 years ago. It had been on the surface, sort of but interesting, very contemplative. And so we move to today's background. Clearly we're focused on Taupo, and this guy here is a fairly famous New Zealander, died quite young at 32. As you can see, well, you can probably guess his occupation, but they have named a park in Taupo, named one of the parks in Taupo after this guy, and his name does come up from time to time in the circles that he would have travelled in. So the park was renamed in 2006, and he's associated, of course, with motor racing. And so who is this guy associated with motor racing that had a a park or motor racing park or track in Taupo named after him in 2006. So that's today's question. There are still cars and products that bear his name in today's motor racing world. Now, yesterday's Hall of Fame, of course, was Yankee from Yankees Outdoor Adventures, and I think pretty much everyone got that, and wished him a happy birthday. So I'm just calling it an all for this here. So let's just go back to today's background. Who is this motor racing legend, New Zealand motor racing legend, who has a motor racing park named after him, 2006 in Taupo? So thanks everyone for your liking and subscribing and your watching. And today I've given you something to think about when you go back 1800 years, what that entails. I'm still sort of pondering it. So as I said, thank you everyone for your wonderful support, your liking and subscribing. And yeah, see if you can work out who this guy is. All good. Cheers. See you.